Brothers and sisters, may the peace that can only come from the one God be upon you. We are here to tell the people that we hear you. One God will not allow us as people of conscience to lose our morale.
Powered by our patrons. It should call that Radio TV the first live show of the year. And we've got Bams to the Slaughter, 5-0, Ravie Davie. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's happening, troops?
Is it still alright to say Happy New Year, or is that done?
I'll be saying Happy New Year till December, mate. December 31st, then we'll say Happy New Year when it comes. Do what we want in this world, mate.
Teddy should be saying fucking happy birthday to me. My birthday tomorrow, not interest.
Is it? Fucking happy birthday.
Get a cake out.
Aye.
Happy
Cake
birthday,
with a fucking shovel in it, you cunt.
So is it, what's what you want for your birthday? Everyone to buy a ticket for Bams to the Slaughter?
I could be doing with that, to be fair, not because it's the first ever time I've been monthly pay in my life, know what I mean? The first time I got monthly pay was between December and January, so I'm fucking... Usually monthly pays I struggle anyway, and that wee January to December holiday things I struggle as well. We'll fucking try to be monthly pay the first ever time. During that, it's struggle, get a ticket spot, troops, man. They're saving my heating bill.
See if I can just interject with that. It's no my birthday, but I'm badly skint. I'm in the overdraft, and I used my overdraft to buy 2 photo frames for 2 pictures, a Bams to the Slaughter poster and a Stone Roses thing I got as a gift ages ago. And in my enthusiasm to buy the photo frames, I realised there are no photo frames you can put pictures in. So let's just say I'm doing a photo frame and a bin and 12 quid. So if you could buy the tickets, that would make my Christmas, birthday and New Year.
And you can buy the tickets. Here, the comments here. Bams to the Slaughter. Sorry, what you saying, Davie?
I was just got to say, if you buy like 3 tickets, not I mean that'll be 50s frame put up, paid for, and I can get a 10 on my gas, not I mean. So let's do this, troops.
I know, mate.
Get you knowing. But
I don't know a score. I'll get a score bag.
A score bag. Get the gas on for Davie. Get a score bag for 5-0. JP's in the house. Where's the big says Liam? It's in the Fairfield, isn't it?
Fairfield Club in Govan, Crossland Road, across from Elder Park, basically.
10-minute walk for the subway. You can get a bus that's fucking takes you right outside an Offield in Castle, where you're 34. You can get a bus for the number 3 in Offield at Drumchapel and all that. Buses everywhere. All transport can take you to the Fairfield Club, basically, or near enough to it.
Right next to People Make Glasgow bike station, so if you want to just bump a bike and cycle it down there, you can do that as well.
Liam Cleary, this gig Liam Cleary is in Govan, right? The Fairfield Club in Govan. It is down basically, see where Elder Part is? It's down there, if you don't know where Elder Part is. In fact, it's in Govan, 10 minutes for the subway, 10 minutes for the Asda, 10 minutes for the hospital, just in case you don't know your Govan geography, I'll fill you in.
And what is Bams to the Slaughter? Because I've just been hearing about this, man. I just think it sounds absolutely amazing. I'm a bit gutted because we're doing a different thing. We're doing a night on, but it's an online thing, so we're no clashing with anything. Because basically, if cunts want to stay in the house, they can watch the Friction Burn Supper on this channel here. We're going to be live streaming a bunch of live acts. But because of the announcement today, it's fucking great news for you guys. No so good for me, because we can't have an audience in. So people need to watch it online. But just the whole concept, the format, I want to be there. Tell the people about it in case they don't actually know what it is.
Well, I'll start it off.
Just because I went first explaining what the place was, so I thought I'd let you go first explaining what it is we're actually doing.
Oh, how noble of you. First for everything, But basically, if I can compare it to anything, it's like a comedy panel show. So think Celebrity Juice. You've got a host and you've got 2 teams with 2 team captains. Naturally, I'm one of the team captains, and Ravie's in the BAMS team. He's a team captain.
I'm in the Slaughter team, he's in the BAM team.
That's not how I don't think you've got the memo, mate. That's not how it's happening. I'm sorry, I need to break it to you. But anyway, in my team will be Matt Black and Mikey Motion. that gentleman and the two. No, in fact, the bastard thing went away. The man in the left with the tenor shot, and the man in the second right with the Freddy Krueger horn. He's no comparison to Freddy Krueger, so nah. In case you're worried about sex offenders, only sex offenders will be Ravie. But
and 50's dad coming, so there's definitely.
My dad might not be coming, mate. So the joke's new. But right, in Ravie's team, you've got the wee man here. You that will be right. It's when I say that, people know exactly what I'm talking about. Also known as a wrestler.
Neil on the show before. Neil's been on your car.
Neil Bratchpiece. I fucking always forget his name. I just say the wee man. I hope I don't walk up to him and say my right wee man and he takes it offensive, know what I mean? I'm 6'4".
Compared to you as a wee man, mate.
That's the thing is, but I'm 6'4", so if I say wee man to somebody, it sounds like I'm kind of trying to patronise him and that, but I'm no. But who else is in your team? Jamesy Cotter, a.k.a. Jamesy Gardner, his stage name's Jamesy Cotter. So we've got a star-studded lineup, and Billy Kirkwood is the host. So he's the guy.
Billy in the show as well, man.
Fuck's sake, man. That's
perfect, but Billy is actually the ideal host for something like this.
Oh no, Billy is probably one of the best comedians in the far Scotland. Though I mean, he's always doing hosting stuff and that as well. So that's one of the reasons. Obviously, I was doing the wrestling. That Billy's the ICW commentator, and it was actually Billy that I'd seen the ICW Insane Fight Club documentaries and stuff like that. But it was actually Billy that heavy got me telling people about ICW because I used to go, it's not just wrestling, man. There's this commentator who talks about fucking makes jokes about Jeremy Clarkson. It was that time when Jeremy Clarkson had punched his assistant. He was like, he used to say, my dick's called Jeremy Clarkson because it punches people for no reason and stuff like that, man. Just mad mental part. He was saying, no, I mean, I was telling her about Billy Mayer and I was actually telling her about wrestling. I was like, but because obviously all my pals don't really care about wrestling, not really just me, it was wrestling dad. So I'm telling him, I'm like, mate, there's this, it's nothing to do with just wrestling. You don't even need to watch it for the wrestling, watch it for the comedy. This guy's a comedian, he's pure hitting it with all this part or saying cunt, fucking fuck, fanny, bullshit, everything. It's no your typical Jim Ross or Jerry the King Law commentating. It's actual real Scottish comedy and real Scottish part of commentating on these wrestling events, adding a wee bit of Scottish spice to it, and know the stuff that you're getting in Berlin.
Unfortunately, man, that would be a totally different level of wrestling if you done that.
But another reason, obviously, another way I'd like to, the way I've been describing Bands to the Slaughter, I'd say it's like 50 said, it's kind of like a comedy, it's like a comedy panel show. I'm saying it's basically what happened with Celebrity Juice, Jackass, and fucking a comedy gig was to all go and have a mad gangbang and have a win, you know what I mean? This is what it would come out at.
This is a cauldron of comedy. This is what this is, man. This is some Salem witch trial shit. Cunts are gonna get fucking crucified. Like, no, literally, like verbally, but it's gonna be biblical, man. It's gonna be historical.
Technically, either the losing team captain, either me or 50, is going to have to dress up with Nicola Sturgeon and get gunged off. People would hit with eggs, flour, stuff. If I just won 12 tennis balls when I was tidying the house today, probably scudded a bit with them and all, know what I mean? So technically, we've got to get crucified, just not up to a cross, know what I mean?
Well, we still get a few ideas in the loop. That's see, I just said that as a joke, but a cross might come in handy. It might no. You need to come and find out, huh? Imagine seeing. Is
it getting filmed?
Aye, well, we're planning we're definitely getting somebody to film it. Whether we get somebody, a professional or just some cunt with an iPhone, it's getting filmed. Know what I mean? It's like either way. So, cheers for reminding me because I need to speak to somebody about that today. So
well, somebody was saying to me we should get somebody to film it and then sell DVDs it for like a $5 for like fans who'll go down in England and stuff like that, which I was actually thinking wouldn't be the worst idea, not I mean, but it's obviously try to set that up.
It's probably be better off, but can you get a link to something? See if I made a video, could I not put it get a link to it, but make it private? So in fact, saying that people could just give the links to each other. I think with DVDs, it's a dying game.
That's what we've done as well. See, to be honest, people that are supporting your show, and if somebody does share the link to their mate, what are you going to do about it, man? It's just
go through the door. I want my $5.
To be honest, 50, let's actually 100% be honest. If me and you were watching something get sent a link to it and I told you, but you don't send us a link to that, mate. Know what I mean?
No, of course, mate. That's why it annoys me even more. Know what I mean? Because I know cunts are going to do it. It's all right for me to do it, but it's coming out of my pocket, not a fucking chance. But on you go, sorry, mate. Keep going.
Right. So it's another thing that I love about the concept, because obviously it's going to be gloves off, everyone bamming each other up, the losers dressing up as Nicola Sturgeon. maybe getting crucified, maybe getting tennis balls flung at them. Is it rotten fruit? What is it else is it getting flung at them?
Eggs, flour,
Eggs.
fucking maybe rotten
Eggs.
food.
Egg
There's got to be a
Sorry.
rotten food section, so there might be some rotten food getting packed on people and all. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
But
give you a
the
clue.
All right, on you go, man. On you go.
On you go. I'm just going to say, I'll give you a clue for another one of the games we've got, because it's like games and that kind of stuff, so do improv and that kind of thing. But there's one of the games that's going to be blindfolded punch or punch. So me and Ravie, obviously being the team captains, we need to take one for the team, literally. So we'll stand us up at the front of the stage or whatever it is. And both is with a boxing glove, and we'll both be blindfolded. So let's say for talk's sake, my team will get asked a question. And if my team gets the question wrong, Ravie's team gets to come up, spin me around, fucking put me whatever way they want. Then they'll need to direct Ravie and where to punch me. But my team are forbidden for telling me where the punches come from. So I just need to try and guess. So, and obviously if Ravie's team gets a question wrong, it's reversed. So it's got to be painful.
Probably need to do that as the main event, to be fair, so we don't end up with fucking concussion not halfway through the door.
How do you train for that? Are you in the training, spinning round, getting ready? For
It's not the first time I've been punched in the face, and I doubt it'll be the last. So I just see this as an in-between.
And when I was a wee guy, I used to do plenty of spinnies with 3 little cider bottles with my eyes shut and that, know what I mean? So I'm fine with that, know what I mean? That bit's no the hard part. The hard part's got to be having to just brace for the punch, know what I mean, that's coming.
So it's people. The enemy is in the crowd. They're allowed to just heckle. Heckle is.
Oh no,
encourage
encouraging
it. But if you don't heckle, then don't get the fuck out of here, because we want your money. But heckle the fuck out of us. We'll be encouraging it. It's because if you're not heckling, you're getting slagged.
But
And
if
if
they
you're
heckle,
heckling,
they're also getting slagged as well. Though I take it.
What's that, sorry?
If they heckle, they're getting slagged as well.
Of course, man, of course. What goes must come back.
Got the comments. Darren's got a good shout. He's saying make a Patreon, which is which is a good idea. That's how we managed to keep the heating on, and you call it radio over lockdown is by doing a Patreon. And all the people that supported the show, they are the key workers that have kept this show afloat. So Patreon is a good shout. And if you do a Patreon, then people can get a link to the show via Patreon or something like that. No a bad shout, Dan.
Oh, is that for the video thing you're saying?
Aye.
See for the Patreon, would for talk's sake, if we've got the video, we've got it all done that, would we just upload it to the Patreon, then you would need to pay to access that, so I couldn't just give somebody a link, because then, I know I'm sounding like a pure miser bastard here, but I'm just asking it.
It'd be fair, we put a lot of time and effort in it. It's not, it's no obvious. I get what you're saying. You don't want to sound like somebody's trying to fucking take hundreds of money. We're paying a good bit of cash for these comedians and stuff like that. And we're obviously we've been out every day.
Putting our bodies through hell.
We're obviously got to put our bodies through hell. So it's obviously quite, you want to make you do want to make money off it, but
if it's on the internet, it can be stolen. Basically, that's what. If it's on the internet, it can be stolen anyway.
It's there.
But I think most people, if they're supporting what you're doing, they've already paid for it. So I don't think they want to. It's not like a big boxing fight or anything like that. It's or a new Eminem album. You know what I mean? It's like support.
Oh, it's much better than both of them.
I know. Maybe a few boxing matches after it, but it'll be good. It'll be a great night. I'm buzzing for it.
Discontent says, hope this forthcoming display of toxic masculinity is rightfully condemned.
I've put the dictionary down, dickhead, innit, man? Fuck's sake. Fucking cunt's been sitting Google translating that since the show started, man.
That's Bonnie Prince Bob. He's at it. He's just at the wind-up.
Bonnie Prince Bob, I've heard of him before. He's a mad bastard, him.
Yes,
I heard
he is. Aye, Bonnie Prince Bob. Check out Discontent's YouTube channel. You'll get a good crack on that. Epi says training wee walloper is what she's saying to it. Davie, are you in the square go? Says Johnny Sloan.
I think so, I'm not in the poster, but I fucking definitely should be in a square go, you know what I mean? Because I'm doing a mad thing in ICW square, scheme rules and stuff like that, so I'd imagine I'm in it. I'm one of obviously the most popular wrestlers in ICW and Scottish wrestling, so it'd be a bit daft and naughty, but you never know, you know what I mean? The fact that I'm not in the poster, I'm a bit annoyed about, to be fair. You know what I mean, mate? Fuck's sake.
Well, maybe you're a secret, maybe you're a surprise guest,
Maybe
he's a roaster. That's how a roaster's known the poster.
How the fuck you in the bands to the slaughter one then, you cunt?
Mate, 'cause I'm a fucking tank, mate.
I know you're a wank, mate.
They had to put me on it, mate, to get all the birds done.
ICW, the square goal. We played the square goal. We get booed off stage. It was all going well. Dallas booked us because he was using our Jerry McHale tune as the kind of sort of advert. So that went well, and then I went into the ring, and I think I fell through the ropes or something. We were still a bit mad, but we'd played the Soundhouse, last ever Soundhouse gig the night before, and then I said something like, I didn't mean it in a bad way, but what I was trying to say is that I'd stopped watching wrestling when I was younger, but then I seen the ICW and it was amazing, but it came out wrong, and then it basically, I said something like, I grew up wrestling when I was a wee guy. The crowd turned on me, they started booing me. I couldn't get it back, and then I was like, Papa Shango's my uncle. Then I started sort of playing it like the bad guy, because I felt like Ric Flair or something, but I didn't know if but I suppose that with wrestling it's better to get booed or cheered than the sort of...
you'd rather
sympathy clap.
Better than get a reaction, mate, than just nobody saying anything at all, just pure dead silence. No, I mean, that's at least you got a reaction. That's the one.
I got a reaction, man. I was the
adrenaline
after that, man. I was like, fucking hell. And then, but my poor bass guitarist, man, he was just a deputy bass guitarist who came in for his first ever gig. He's like, what the fuck have I walked into? But for people that don't know this, ICW, man, that's how first I'd heard of you, Davie, because I'd seen your intro. And explain to people how do you go into the ring?
Well, mate, that's nice, man, because see everybody else later. I was playing a game of football on Thursday night, just went and done a friendly, man. And the wee guy in the left wing, I was playing right back, the wee guy in the left wing's like, you're that TikTok, and he's like, no, I'm a fucking wrestler, mate, fuck's sake, man. Know what I mean? But most people don't actually notice me for the wrestling, so that's actually class that somebody noticed me first. But basically, I'll come to the ring, my tune will hit right. I'll be like, what's happening, troops? It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of Drummoyne Square, making his way to the ring for each and every one of yous. I'll go shout and scream, shout and scream, shout and scream for the boy, for the scheme singing. Oh, here we go, one time, hit him with the best line. It's Ravie gonna make you feel so fine. And I'm like, nah, say Davie, you say Davie, Ravie, Davie. Then I'll go, here we fucking go, and everybody will start going mental. And that's how I MC myself out to the ring, know what I mean? So I'm a wrestler, an MCer, TikToker, food reviewer, Twitch gamer, fucking...
Fat bastard.
Strawberry. I'm a fat bastard, no, man, but you've got fucking mad... You've got a mad hunchback and Notre Dame belly, you fucking stupid cunt.
Yeah, when I'm hunchback, you seen the state of my chair, man. Look at it. I'll see if the viewers can see it, look.
Oh, you could have took my one a day, no? Fuck's sake. The carry that spare one to the house with you, I've got...
What's the state of it, man? Oh, fuck, it's even more fucked. Oh, what? Fuck. Alright, I've fucked this. So my chair's fucked.
That's the least you deserve.
That's what happens when you try to have a relaxed wank, mate. You just end up doing a backflip, man. End up fucking something your own dick.
And 5-0. 5-0, right. So I've been, like, you've just been doing... So I heard a couple of your tunes ages ago. And then you started doing the comedy skits. And then obviously the premeditated patter podcast, which if folk haven't checked out, I'll put a link in the comments for folk to check it out. But you've had some great guests on there. You've had Gary Fraser, who's been on this show before. You've had Sherlock, McCrory, some of the best MCs in the country. Ravie Davie, who's on this week's episode as well.
I think we're actually going to just make it a yearly thing, because he had no last year after the new year, and then he had no this year after the new year, so probably just do it a yearly thing. Well, that's me assuming stuff, but he fucking better have a cheeky bastard. I mean, he's got to probably try and say something funny here to band me up, but fuck him.
Nah, I'm not going to say anything funny. I'm going to say something serious. It's only once a year I can sit and listen to you for 2 hours straight.
Fair enough, you're a fucking bam.
Can't
be Tommy, you've got to be listening to me for 3 hours straight, bam, stay slow, man. You've just got to be sitting fucking flinging fucking odd jokes, even if they're shite, just so fucking you don't get a word in, man, like that guy yesterday, that mad guy Fred. I'm just got to keep saying stuff, not let you get a word in, so it looks like I've won.
Yeah, you do that anyway, mate, even in conversation, but
good,
the thing is, it's like, in this instance, there's going to be a lot of alcohol and a lot of money involved, so, you know what I mean, that's what kind of, if you supply that, I can listen to you for ages, as I have done. Sobriety rids me of my patience. But what was I saying there? What was I even going to say there? Was I even...
Well, I'm trying to interview you both at the same time. It's not the easiest fucking job
you've picked a fucking hard cut.
I don't really understand what it is, because you're all doing hundreds of different things. You're doing your comedy skits, your songs, your podcast. He's doing the wrestling. The TikTok thing, see, I'm not on TikTok. I've no, so I don't know about that. But I see your... Obviously, I'm assuming that you take your best TikToks and put them on Instagram. So I've seen a lot of your stuff on Insta. But the thing you're both doing the now, which has been cracking me up, is the not the Ned O'Clock news. Tell us about that.
It's the Ned O'Clock news, or not the Ned O'Clock news?
Sorry,
the
Ned O'Clock news. Aye.
Sorry. Aye, well, it was Ravie's idea. It was due. In fact, Ravie, you're probably best saying how you started. You got the idea and that kind of thing.
Right, so I actually had the idea. See, so when I started in ICW, right, my actual character was I was Ravie Davie, the Raven reporter. So I was going about and interviewing fans and stuff like that. So I got quite good views and stuff like that back then, but I never really went anyway. But I always had this idea of basically like a news channel for the Neds, you know what I mean? Obviously, like the thing that happened in Tuna Fat back then, all Rab McGlinchey interpreting for the Neds. I've always had like something I really liked that, and I've always wanted to incorporate something. So I just said to 50, why do we not just go and interview people? And then obviously people will give their idea, especially right now, obviously at times, you know what I mean? Like people definitely want to talk to us, and there will obviously be people that says some quite absurd stuff that obviously you've seen, and obviously too, especially him, he's one of the funniest guys ever, you know what I mean? So he just he can think of stuff straight away. I can think of stuff straight away or not, but he can think he thinks of good questions, not and writes them down, not and then to go and ask them. Whereas I try and think of stuff on the spot. Sometimes it's gold, man, but sometimes I'm sitting there know what I mean? So
what's the maddest thing that someone said on the show?
On the show, we got a cunt yesterday.
Oh, have you got things that don't make the final cut? Is it?
There's things we can't put up because there's obviously mad racist people. Not we put a wee bit of we bleeped out race. There's stuff that have been racist that obviously we don't agree with, but we'll put in because obviously we can bleep the editor. You can it's kind of offensive what they're saying, but it's just on the line, not on the precipice. But there's stuff people that have actually said stuff that you can't get. I mean, I've ended up having to say, you can't be racist. No, not when you end up kind of arguing with the cunt. Not you're no arguing because you don't want to fucking send them away.
Nah,
I just seen the trailer for Clydebank. What happened in Clydebank?
What happened in Clydebank stays in Clydebank.
Fuck all happened in Clydebank. It was drunk when we went to Drumchapel. We started to get some hassle. I genuinely, I wrote a lot of fucking imaginations there at Glasgow Ned, and I said I got some hassle in Drumchapel, but I'd never been to Drumchapel at this point. And the first time I was in Drumchapel, I get some hassle. I'm not kidding on. I pure predicted it. Basically, we went for Clydebank shopping centre, filmed a few people and this and that. It was all good spirits and that. And we walked up to Drumchapel shopping centre. It's like a fucking 10-15 minute walk. And within about a couple of minutes of getting there was this family, right, that knew Ravie. And it was a lot of fans in that. So
they bumped into me, and they bumped into us in Clydebank. Sorry, mate, just before I forget.
They bumped into us in Clydebank. The wee boy was there. He was a fan of Ravie's and that. And they were fae Drumchapel, so we walked to Drumchapel and bumped into them again. So they've ended up saying, "Look, this guy will do an interview with, and he's got this mad random guy." So we're like, "Right, we'll do one with him." And we're literally, I'm sitting interviewing a guy. Asked him one question or something, and this mad cunt was stoned like a cross, mad pure super scumbag, about 6 Aldi bags, probably not one receipt made out.
Who'd just previously not backed in an interview. We'd asked him first, to be fair, not when he'd not backed.
Did we ask that cunt?
I said to him, and he said no straight away.
He just started screaming. He obviously wanted to be in an interview, but I think he wanted to be like a commentator or something, so you don't see his face, you just hear him. And he was like, "It's all about population control." And then we're like, right, and just I think Davie was kind of like as if like Wayne Horn kind of shut up. He was videoing it, and the cunt's like, "There's no such thing as race," and all that. So this guy we're interviewing is ended up like, "I want to get fucked," so he's fucked off. And then this mad guys came in and he started pure. You could just tell right away he was one of the cunts. He smokes too much weed amongst whatever the fuck else he's taking.
Spice and all, man, devils.
One of the Spice Boys, man. But so he started fucking. What was he saying? He's like, "What percentage of your DNA makes up what you look like, who you are? What do you think it is?" It was like a fucking chemistry exam in the middle of Drumchapel shopping centre by this mad fucking scruffy looking cunt that's just fucking started shouting. So Ravie started bamming them up, and then he was one of the cunts like talk about any. I don't know how this conversation ended up in vaccine.
He said COVID wasn't real, nor that. He's like, COVID doesn't exist. Nor I was like, what are you talking about? So obviously I'm balanced. So like, my granddad died of COVID, and he's very cat. No, even that. If somebody told you your granddad died of something, you'd probably just shut up. Like, I don't actually have a granddad, right? So I was banging up anyway. But you think if somebody said to you, "Oh, my granddad just died," you just shut up when you get a cat. Wait, who's your granddad? No, I mean, it's like my granddad was 12, mate, and that's when he's tippled. He's like, "You're taking a cunt and you're disrespecting me." I was like, "Well, no, mate, let's be honest. You're disrespecting us by fucking butting into an interview. You know what I mean? We're trying to interview a guy and you're sitting shouting your way, you know that, and you don't even want to do an interview fucking yourself. You've got a lot of things to say, you know that. He's like, well, people in our age group don't even get affected by it. It's like, we talk about our age group, but you're in your early 40s, late 30s, and us two are in our fucking late 20s. Shut up, man.
Yeah, I actually said early 20s, know what I mean? He gave us the pay for compliment, know what I mean? I'm grateful I didn't want to fall in the shopping centre knowing that I was nearly 30, know what I mean? But thank you for that one, mate. But
so then the podcast for being a lying bastard. Cheers, mate. No, you just said it on the pod. You just said it here.
Kai, fucking, Nick listens to what I said. Only listen.
But that dumb chapel might be watching this.
Aye, well, hopefully today, hopefully that cunt's watching it. It's happening, you prick. No, but so anyway, at this point, this is when the guys started getting. I think the age was the final straw, and he's just started getting pure aggressive, shouting born. He's like, basically, it was like, what was it? It says, because there's witnesses and that here. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then he's like, you don't know. He's like, you don't know who I'm. I was like, don't give a fuck you here. And then he's like, your intelligence just went from here to here. And I was like, I'm dumber listening to you, mate. And it was like one of the ones, and he just, at one point, I was just going, you're a dafty, you're a dafty, you're a dafty. And then he was like, I think he was saying he wasn't a bam where I was. Somebody was a bam. It was him, but in his opinion, it wasn't. And then he had like a mad Tammy on, but see, the Tammy was pulled up to a point where the tap mate sat. I was like, mate, you probably got a bit of tinfoil in there. I don't know if he was going to fucking smoke it or he was using it to keep the fucking 5G for endless brain fuck knows. But anyway, so it's ended up one of the ones, he's grabbed his 40 fucking Aldi bags and we've ended up walking down and all that shit. Then he's ended up, it turns out, I think he was pally with these people that Ravie knew and all that, and it was weird. So we ended up walking away and Ravie made sure and called my grass before we left. And but it was a good day.
No, he was shouting, but he's like, great. He started going like 15 me, how what he's got today is if like, no, I mean, we're out trying to make films and stuff, not as if we've got to battle them, and as if we couldn't have battled them, not I mean, because Lewis, 50s, Lewis size, he's 6'4", built like a shit brick house, not I mean, actual a tank, right? If 50 punched him once, I've seen 50 punch a guy across a dance field, like actually from one side of the Savoy to the other side of the Savoy, right? So like, 50 was to get this absolute brass can of punch, boy would have indeed. But that's what I'm saying. I think the guy was chasing a comp claim, wanting us to bar him so he could get a wee bit of compensation in his back bin, you know what I mean? So I just thought, I'm like 50, won't get out here, we're going to end up getting to jail, mate. Because even if we get done with a breach of the peace, man, 50's probably getting remanded, you know what I mean? Let's be honest, man.
Yeah,
so obviously, I was like, let's get in. I just made sure to say before we go on, mate, you just started shouting all that when you're talking about fighting all that, but you started shouting as loud as you can. That's what grasses do, mate. You're nothing but a dirty grass, man. That's all you're doing is like pure, I'm not grass. Yeah, mate, that's what grasses do. Start shouting when they're talking about fighting, man. That's what it is. You're a wronging, man. Get to fuck. And then end up you walked away to be fair, but that's because you're the bigger man, not me.
Aye, that's it, mate. Next time, that's what I'm saying, man. Next time I have an argument like that, I'm definitely getting it filmed, man. I feel like it was such a waste of content, man.
Wow,
I wasn't raging about argument, I was raging because I never videoed it. I was saying I was most annoyed about it. Like, fuck's sake, man, I just wasted an argument. Fuck's sake.
Did you have a camera guy with you, or are you just filming each other?
Us two just there.
JP's watching. JP let us down. He slept in, so he did. He said he was going to come out and film for us, and then fucking didn't show the bam.
JP, a snake.
Andrew Campbell said that he's get chased out. He said that ages ago.
Andrew Campbell, he's fucking not. I mean, earlier on he tried to say to me, we get chased out and spelled it CUSSED. Not I mean, so his wee shite partner would have been a bit better if he could actually spell. Not I mean, the fucking stupid cunt.
No, I think it's been chased out of drum chapels, the clinic, because they love living in their fucking rubbish. The cunts, man. Andy Campbell, mad Andrew Canrow, I might wipe your arse. It's located in your face.
Johnny Sloan says, I've never seen you win a fight, Ravie.
Because you've never seen me fight, Johnny, obviously. I've seen you get a wee pair of glasses on and all your pitch there, man. You must need to go and get Specsavers and fucking get a pair on, mate, if you've not seen you win a fight. Fuck's sake, man.
I went to Specsavers yesterday. My sight's fine, but my hearing's been fucked for the last month.
So why you got to Specsavers then?
Because there's an ear hoover woman. There's an ear hoover woman.
Oh, fair enough,
did it sort it?
I fucking fixed it. I couldn't only hear it one ear for the last month. It's been doing my nothing. And then NHS is fucked. So they're like, we'll put you on a list and give you a phone back next month or something. But Specsavers, ear hoover woman, saved the day, man. So
is that an official title? Is that an official title?
I don't know what you call it. She didn't tell me, but ear hoover woman is what I call her, because I thought ear syringe that would be water or like a syringe, but it was actually like a wee fucking hoover. Do you remember those things you used to get for smoking weed? It was like a vaporizer, but it was like a wee bucket vaporizer. Not like the wee pens they've got nowadays. I'm talking about back in the first vaporizers.
Like volcanoes.
But it wasn't quite a volcano, no. It was just like a vape, but it was at the bars. back
A bar is vape.
A bar is vape.
Got a cycling bin with a fucking glass bottle in it. But see, we're saying about your ear hoovered. My pal, he's heavy suffering for like his ears. It's like, I think he's got something. He feels that way if he's got something in his ear. He's talking. It feels as if that way as if you've got water in your ear. He's been like that the past week. How did you go about going and seeing the ear hoover?
You just fucking go online and or phone them up, man. Ear hoover. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. If he feels like he's got water in his ear, it might be something else. But for me, it was just dirty, waxy ears that needed cleaned out. And
was it?
Absolutely, aye, man. You didn't. I seen it. That's disgraceful. Disgraceful. Here says Tam Adams. Shouts to Tam the Van. Did I see the wax that came out? No, but I seen it in the ear and then it went into the hoover. I didn't see what came out, but it wasn't. What I seen on the screen wasn't very pretty.
No, let you keep it now.
Did you say give it away in the raffle, man? We do a raffle. See, that's what we like. We like a wee raffle in this show.
You should have given it us.
Now that you've mentioned
raffle, for the food review.
Now that you've mentioned raffle, right, mate? See, obviously on the show at Bams to the Slaughter, now we're saying people have got gunges and that. Well, obviously, so far, I don't know, mate, we've sold over 100 tickets, you know what I mean? Now, so we couldn't obviously let 100 people gunges, right? Because that would be obviously mental. Because obviously we're trying to party in the place after it and all. So we're going to do a raffle. I'm probably got to fling in tickets to my next wrestling show. Probably do tickets for the next Bams to the Slaughter show and all if we do one. So there's more than just one prize for it. But we're going to pick like 8 people for the raffle to come in gunges at the end of it. You know what I mean? So there'll be a raffle, £2 a strip, £3 a fiver, £6 for a tenner, 12 for £20, 24 for 40, 48 for 80, 96 for £160, and 192 for £320 if you're feeling flush. You might win definitely.
Amazing. Well, man, I'll stick in a Traffic Cone Records Good Day Bag King as well.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much for that, mate. Thank you.
You call that radio t-shirt, a Gyro Baby CD, a Jackal Trades t-shirt, and a Minerva Wakes CD or a Twisted CD or something. I'll figure out something, but I'm a fan of the raffle, mate. I'm always getting shit for the raffle, so it's my duty. Let's see, we've got a cremator. You call that radio candle for it? Fuck, trick.
See, when I see like that wee thing, I keep thinking it's like a scheme name or something, like YCTR. I think I've gone for a fucking gang fight or something.
Like YCT Bass. That's how it started. It was like YCT Bass.
Is it the Calton?
Young podcast, young team. You know what I mean? Like a fucking.
Oh, right.
You'd have been like just a pure mad podcast, young team stoating about.
young cheddar titty rippers.
But it's just YCT is easier than saying you call that radio every time because that gets annoying. And YCTR or typing
YCTR.
it. I should just got it all YCTR. How about Frank Foodie food reviews against Ravie Davie? So right, Frank Foodie's a wee comedy character I do. Frank Foodie and maybe we should have a food review of, but actually we should talk about the rank rotten food reviews. So Ravie Davie's been going around taking comments for the audience and asking what is the worst takeaway, and you're going around trying out all the worst takeaways. What is the worst takeaway?
Best kebab is definitely that is the worst one. And that's where basically how it all started was I was on TikTok. I was slaughtering people on TikTok, and that's how I got quite a following on it. But I kept getting banned, and I was getting reported and banned and all. And I really liked TikTok. I was starting to get a following. People were starting to. It was helping my wrestling and stuff like that. And also I wanted to stay on it. I was like, I need to do something that's no slaughtering people, you know what I mean? Because obviously then I've just got to keep getting banned or end up permanently banned. So I started looking through TikTok and I was seeing everybody loves food, and Gordon Ramsay was doing a lot of shit on an all it doing. And I was like, I'm going to put all this together and I'm going to do my own rotten food reviews. And I was like, and obviously remember years ago there was a thing on TripAdvisor with Best Kebab, people were slating it, they were fucking commenting back like that, or the food's not as bad as your mom's box.
Because obviously, right, if you don't know, Best Kebab's called Best Kebab, and it's been a bit for a while, and it isn't the Best Kebab, but it's right next to Queen Street, and it seems to be.
It used to be class, but didn't it?
It's like 24-hour kebabs.
No,
24-hour kebab. That's a fucking warning sign event now.
No 24-hour, but I didn't know. Because I thought it was 24-hour, mate, right?
It's not quite 24-hour, but if you can go after not even just a club, but you go in an illegal rave after it, and it's still open, so it's open till about 7 or 8 in the morning.
Aye, fair enough.
I have a couple of hours kip.
I definitely do, because that's the thing. I've done the first one, which went pure viral, so I'm trying. I was like, wait, else could I do? I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to go to Best Kebab again in a disguise, the Best Kebab 2 Electric Boogaloo, and go and film it. Me and 50 rocked up to the place was fucking shut. I'm like, what? Fucking hell, man. Obviously, we end up going back later and getting it, but I was fucking raging. I was like, I thought this place was open 24 fucking hours, and the one time I go to do film fucking something, it's shut. It was brutal, man.
And the guy, it went viral because people were slagging Best Kebab, but it was the way that he was replying to all the TripAdvisor messages. So he was just basically telling every cunt, "Fuck you," you know what I mean?
This food's not bad.
No,
He's
no
not. He says
customer
stuff.
service.
There was
He's
one
gonna
that
chill,
said,
this guy.
somebody said the place was rotten or something like that, and he's gone like, it's not as bad as your mum's fanny and all that stuff like that. No, I mean, you're slack.
Oh, but I can see obviously it's listed as 24 hours just as well. It's fucking open 24 hours, so that's more chance it's go to fucking killing some cunt, man.
Aye, man.
With the food and with the cunt's fucking chopper.
No, that's the thing. That is the thing. Well, a guy actually ran out. The obviously see because I know I'm no for this, right? I don't think right. I done a video about the place. To the end of the day, right? There's nothing worse I hate than when you do a food when you see a food review, right? And you go to the place, you're like, I want to go there, it looks brilliant. And then you eat the food and it's shite, you're like, what the fuck, man? That person's either been paid for to do it, or they've got the fresh food because they've got a following and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it and all, because I want to give people like honest reviews, you know what I mean? Like, I done one last week, Blue Lagoon, people were telling me it was shite. I mean, it was actually really good, wasn't it, 50, you know what I mean? It wasn't fucking bad at all.
What, Blue Lagoon was alright?
Yeah, it's one of the ones. I know.
Which one though? Was this the one under the tunnel? The one in front of it?
The one in front, mate. The one that's meant to be pure bad. I know. I think. But to be fair, I think maybe I know why. I don't want to be big headed like that, but I think maybe they must have knew who I was or something like that, mate. Because one of the big things that people are saying is you only get one sausage off them for a sausage supper, and it's like £8 they charged you. I get charged $5.50. I get 2 sausages, fresh chips, and that. Know what I mean?
Do you think it's possibly that most cunts go to at Blue Lagoon because it's across to the taxi rank? And when after a night out, so it's like a Saturday night, getting into like the smallers in the morning, we went like a fucking Tuesday.
That's probably
how it's been pure raging. Like if I'm fucking sitting there, I'm using mad weight steamers, these are getting charged because £8 for a sausage, you get away with it if somebody was steaming. If you were sober, you'd be like, no charge, you're mad weight.
And also they know that people are just going to jump. They're just jumping across to the taxi rank. They're off ski.
Oh, fucking talk about that. Talk about that Blue Lagoon. Talk about that Blue Lagoon, you fucking fat rat. Remember that time after the Savoy? I went, right, I was just drinking this night. I was
a fat rat with daddy, you bam.
I'm about to tell you what you done, you fat rat. And you're going to be like, all right, I'm a bit of a fat rat for that. But it was a few years ago, we went to Savoy, and it was one of the only nights I was just drinking, I wasn't taking anything. So, as you can imagine, I was fucking starving. I was so hungry. I wasn't even want to pull a bird or nothing. I was wanting to get a munch after the Savoy. So, I've been pure fantasising about this, right? And I've went down to the Blue Lagoons across the rank. So I went and I think it was a sausage supper, man. It was chips and cheese and fucking curry oil in it. It was fucking beautiful. We bought all, like I said. And I was eating it, and I had on a Gucci tap, right? I kidded on it was real. It was like fucking 30 quid or something. So it was fake, but it looked the part, know what I mean? And I was at that point, I wasn't telling cunts I was wearing fake clothes. I was one of the dicks just kidding on, I was wearing real shit. But I was sitting eating it, and I was enjoying it. I was like a couple of chips into it. Like my hunger wasn't even satisfied, and that fucking prick went and done that and tipped it. And it went all in my tap. Oh, hear me, man. I was fucking every bit of the fucking tub went air me. Not there wasn't anything salvageable. I just felt like, I don't know, it was like an ungodly fire inside the pit of my stomach. And I was like, honest to God, mate, I'd have been still in jail now if I got hold of him.
I felt it was a problem. That was quite fat rash.
But on that night it tasted amazing, but that's probably because my brain maybe just thinks it tasted amazing because I didn't get to finish it.
I was about to say, because I think no matter what, you'd have been thinking that was the pure business because it's been flung up with your face. Like, I didn't get to try that, spent all that money, you're a fat dick, man. Oh.
It was the one that got away.
Vinegar, the smell of salt and vinegar, that's really, that'll be good.
Oh, no, no vinegar, I'm just a salt guy. A salt and curry.
He is quite salty, to be fair, man.
Mate.
A
salty.
Battery.
Pepper it with patter.
I
can think you're in a studio. Fucking one of my tunes, mate.
One of your tunes?
Batter in, play
one of your tunes on as well, Dave. If you've got a link,
have you got tunes?
No, I don't have good tunes.
Unless you want MC.
You got a link to any. In fact, I'll put one of your. I was watching who is it? Your fight against Bram where you jump off the top of the garage.
Aye.
I'll put that on after that. Fair's fair, so to show people what you're doing as well. Or send us a link to something else while I'm playing the 5-0 tune. So I've got Don't Let the Crown Get You Down. Tell us about this. In case of the intro to it. So
I'm obviously if you follow any of my socials, you know I'm no longer just at the jail. So Yeah,
Wrote the text in advance.
Grassies don't do sentences, mate.
No. They get the tag early, but
The only sentences they do are on fucking statements. But aye, so I got to the jail in May. It was a case that had been hanging in us for a good couple of years. So I'd convinced myself I was getting away with it because obviously the stars were aligning and everything was happening for me. But long story short, I get a guilty rammed up my arse and I get remanded. So my sunbed was at the window. And on the way to the...
then he stole his arse for getting tan butt inside, you know what I mean?
My arse get tanned before I went to the jail, mate. No shame to admit that. But anyway, what was I saying? Right, so I was on the Reliance bus, or the G4M, whatever the fuck they call it, and I was sitting fucking pure gutted, thinking like, all my shit, everything I'm doing is a way to fuck, because I was expecting a couple of years because of my previous. So I was on the bus, and I remember there was this screw. See, if you're on the Reliance bus kind of thing, there's a screw that needs to sit in it kind of ways, and usually all looked in these wee kind of plastic coffin things almost with a seat in it. And she was asking like, people for requests to play on YouTube, like tunes. And somebody asked to put on Jordan McCann, Fire in the Booth. So there was a line in it, it goes like that. It says, when I say fuck the system, understand the meaning. And I was just kind of heard that, and I was like, kind of like, fuck it, I'm not letting this get us done, kind of. So I was like, right, I'm writing a tune called Don't Let the Crown Get You Down. So I didn't have a guitar for the first month or two I was in there. So I used to write just wee rhymes and shit like that, just to kind of keep myself doing something. So I just ended up writing a rap kind of things. I just like rhyming stuff and that. So I'm not a rapper or anything. And I just wrote this kind of rap thing. Then I eventually got the guitar, and I had the melody in my head. It was weird. I know it sounds like pure monkish, but I was meditating one day, and I heard a tune in the radio that was going, sing a simple melody. So I kind of just had that. Don't let the crown get in my head. I just went, don't let it get you down. I had that wee melody. So all I had that. Then I wrote the tune. So I pretty much wrote this tune without a guitar. Then I got a guitar and I put it all together. So I was like, that's my first tune for coming out of jail. Make it dead fucking, know what I mean? Means something. So that's the story behind this tune. So hope you enjoy.
From a Scottish prison. It will be logged and recorded and may be monitored. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up.
Chapman begin.
Fucking yes!
How's your ass?
Done that breach already.
Don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. Down without a fight. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. I've got 99 problems, I don't know who to solve them. Every single one comes from a slut scheme goblin. Cool like Sub-Zero, I'm a hero in Scotland. I'm a bad man in Gotham, but I don't need a Robin. You'll never see a sequel in De Niro and Casino. Couldn't be in Scarface, but I'm the one Pacino. I fly like Peter Pan, so high I'll never land. Desperate like that, but never with the people. The sentence was a lesson, the sentence was a blessing. There's something thinking about getting sentenced. I was stressing, depression. Got what I missed, taking my cell and the nose of the day. But I convicted felon, told respect with the cold PF. Caught red-handed, don't do VM. 2 years to the day, screwed took me away. Like Terminator 2, it's Judgment Day. 14 months for my bump knife rap. Handed down like my dad so tassy. No, I ain't just me myself. Cost a del, hotel barrel. But when I arrive, I can't believe my eyes. I'm eating guys on me, oh high. I've seen some sights, never claimed the shark. Complex rags like a porter, face like a gypsy, a shining night. No man's alive, answer in words, pants are like the Santander, Santander. A Gemini man just like Wilson, in his pills and sniff, I'll take the list. I rule the world with an iron lip. I'm a fly guy, so I'll never lie. It's either death or success, and I don't want to die.
Call that radio. You call that radio TV. No. You call that radio TV.
As you call that radio TV, I hope you've hit that big red subscribe button and that tickled that notification bell. And actually, one step ahead of me, Five, I was just going to give a wee plug since folk are on YouTube.
No fucking
this
about.
This is Five-O's podcast channel. Give it a subscribe. And is it weekly? You try to do a weekly thing?
Well, I do guest a weekly, but I do also where I'll just sit and talk a lot of shit to the camera. I'll try that once, twice weekly. So I'm trying to get a bit
I watched the 5-0 versus the Cumden one, the first one, which is quite good, man. It's how easy do you find it talking to camera? So I've done a few myself, like, and what I've ended up doing is editing it down a wee bit because I just ramble on. But you seem to actually ramble quite well. You see, are you doing different takes? Do you need to edit down, or do you just stick the camera on and talk shite till?
Nah, I just stick it on and talk shite until I stop, man. It's see, to be honest, I sit and talk to myself not in the house anyway, so you just get a view into it now. This is me every day. But I realised I could first kind of do it. People were saying to me to do it, but it wasn't until I was in the jail. See, when I was in that time, I got a job in the radio station. And obviously, like, it wouldn't go out live, so you'd kind of prepare like your wee hour slot, like throughout the day or the week or whatever else. And a couple of times I'd just sit and talk. And a lot of people were liking it, so and I realised I could actually do it. I could start on something and then I could go off on a tangent onto something else. So I actually find it easier than having a guest, because when you've got a guest, I can't really get going, because obviously if somebody else there to bounce, somebody they'll offer their things, what they're saying, and the conversation will kind of just dictate between the two of you. Whereas if I'm just myself, I can go anywhere with it and I can go as far down a rabbit hole or whatever else. So they're ones, I find them the easiest.
Did you find the time in the jail? Did that? Because obviously when that happened, you were actually what you said. You were making moves. Things were starting to come together for you. So was it this time? Did you get a chance? You said you were doing a bit of meditation stuff. Did you get a chance to sort of think about skits, think about songs? Did you get to use it in a positive way?
Of course, man. Of course. It kind of gave me a break, because I was just going all out. I was every day, and it was working as well. See, before I get to jail, so I was a bit. I wouldn't have been able to keep that. I would have kept that up. It did benefit me a lot getting to jail. So I had a studio in the bars, and because I get to jail, my two pals were left to pay. Usually threes were chipping it in, but they two were left to pay it. So obviously I had my house that I'm in the now. So I just says, listen, just fire it in my spare room, and you can use that as a studio. So I've got out and I've got a full studio in my spare room. So I knocked it off. But I used that time productively, and I got ideas and I just wrote them down. I've still got the pads in the next room. But when I started doing the radio station, that's when I could kind of own my craft. I had to write sketches for a radio station, which is totally different because you've lost that visual aspect there. So it did change it. And sorry. Do
you know, that's something that we've not been able to do so much since we started doing the lockdown. I just kind of sort of put the audio out for the things we do here. But the good thing about doing audio skits that we used to do in the earlier You Call It radios is that, you know, if you want to be outside in the rain, you just add some rain effects. So you can do anything, low budget. So that's the one thing I like about doing the audio ones. By the way, we got some nice feedback for the tune. Mark McKinnon saying, cracking tune and video, nice one. Stuart saying, smashed it, well done, We'll march on. Belter of a tune, says Prophet 6'4".
Prophet 6'4's a man.
He is.
Question that one. One of his better ones. All his tunes are good, to be fair, but that's one of his actual better ones. That's one of the ones that...
And going back to you, David,
you play that at the end of your set, not I mean, because people would wait for that one, not I mean.
Or they might leave before they hear it. Who knows?
Dave, I know that you're going to go and do a Twitch thing, because that's another thing we've not really talked about. You're smashing it, because I was going to do a Twitch raid. So if anyone doesn't notice, like, you know, jump on and we'll maybe do it anyway. Are you going straight on to Twitch?
I'll be going straight on. I was actually trying to I was trying to basically get my other screen on there. And then, that tune was on, and basically fucking my headphones had stopped working and everything was belting at my telly. I was like, fuck, what am I doing here? So I'll sort that anyway, but we'll wait till fucking...
Well, I was just going to show folk that maybe don't know what kind of shit you're doing here. I'll probably get monetized for this. Know that you get monetized. Look at chat. That's the garage, isn't it?
That's the garage. Look, my nice VR set. That's obviously 4 years ago, a bit 4 stone ago now, probably.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm a daredevil, mate. Fearless.
Fucking hell.
Watch this bit. To be fair, that's easy to do, but people don't think I can do this bit. So that match. I was in a big storyline with that guy. Basically, that's Bram. He's like he used to wrestle for WWE. He used to be married to Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair. He was in WWE, TNA Impact, fucking he's wrestled everywhere. And then obviously I was in a storyline where he's come out and he's ruined my wedding to this mad lassie for Ireland. And then because of that, I've obviously been wrestling him. I'm against him wrestling. And if I win this match, I was going to the Hydro the next day to wrestle in the Hydro show in a ladder match. So I've won that match, and then next day I was wrestling in front of 6,000 people in the Hydro, you know what I mean? So it was class, man. So you guys for House and Government, you know what I mean? Wanted to be a wrestler all my life, never thought I could date, because obviously when I was in school, I got told to be a wrestler, you had to be American and take steroids off my pastoral care teachers, you know what I mean? So I never thought I'd be able to do it. So I never really bothered. After that, I just didn't really think I could chase my dream as a wrestler. And then until I seen Grado, you know what I mean? Everybody knows Grado. After I seen Grado, I was like, aye, right. If he's a wrestler, if he's the best wrestler in Scotland, then surely I can become the best wrestler in Scotland, because no offence to him, but he's fattling me and I'm funny on him. That was back obviously 7 years ago. Now I've met Grado and that. The two funniest people, I'll tell you, the two funniest people I know is Grado and 50, you know what I mean? Honestly, there's nothing funny on the two Dafties, man. Fucking, and that's what I'm chasing. I've been chasing Grado's fame in the wrestling, man. I'm chasing fucking 50 to be as good a part of merchant as him, man. That's fucking, that's the two shadows I'm chasing, you know what I mean? But
that's him basically just saying he steals my partner, and he's just trying to say it in such a way that I don't take offence to it.
I steal his partner, but I've got my followers and that, you know what I mean? So obviously, just after I win with them, I think it's mine.
Blow the belt.
Sorry, bro.
TikTok's where all the most of your following is now. Is that right? Aye.
Why?
So you try to get all the folk off of TikTok onto Twitch basically, so you can sort of monetize it a bit.
I basically I get paid off TikTok and all, but not a lot. No, I mean it's nothing fucking mental. But I've been doing videos for the last. I've been doing videos even before I was into wrestling. Before I used to lad. I done a video one time where I shouted out my window to these wee old guys playing bowls. Oh, I'm on the night shift, pure loud man. That was like my first ever viral video. And then after that, I just obviously get into wrestling. I was like, I need to start doing funny things, because like no offence to wrestling or anything like that, but not a lot of people like wrestling. And people that like wrestling, people that don't like wrestling also think it's a bit fruity, you know what I mean? Guys in their pants getting oiled up and flinging each other about, you know what I mean? But I think there's nothing more manly than that, you know what I mean? Getting in a pair of pants and flinging somebody about the place, you know what I mean? It's fucking Roman gladiator fucking shit, that. Well, obviously there's people that obviously have their own ideas about it, and fair enough, you know what I mean? That's up to them. But if I can do my funny videos, people want to know how to see me. I'm starting to do comedy and stuff like that, but when I first started, I wasn't doing comedy and that, so the only way you could see me do my stuff was by coming to the wrestling, you know what I mean? But then obviously I've done TikTok and all that, and then I was making wee bits similar to that level, but I'm a gamer anyway, you know what I mean? So I play games every night, so I thought, why not just make it something that a day where I try and stream and get people watching me and try and make a bit of money off it. And it's actually went mental. I've got 2,500 followers on it, which on Twitch is a lot. Know what I mean? Like, I know obviously compared to like TikTok, I get 50,000 and that, but on Twitch, know what I mean? It's like not a lot of people have Twitch. Know what I mean? Not everybody uses it and stuff like that. So it is really good, man, that way. And I've smashed it. Me and the boy I date with, George, he's from England. Know what I mean? I just met him 2 years ago randomly playing a game of NBA, and I've basically been playing a computer with him every day since. Know what I mean? He's the brains of the operation. Know what I mean? I'm the obviously the face. Know what I mean? Because that's what we always say. Sometimes he gets annoyed that he's already not tech shit. Know what I mean? He's like, you need to fucking learn that stuff. I was like, alright, George, no bother. I'll go and learn all that stuff. But you need to go and get yourself a fucking following on TikTok. That then. Know what I mean? Which, to be fair, he's actually started posting the last couple of days, and he's got some videos that are doing well, and he's fucking phoning me every 2 minutes like, video's up to 10,000 views now, video's up to 12,000 views now, it's up to 15,000 views now, Davie. It's like, aye, mate, fucking brilliant, you're smashing it, mate, just keep that up now, fuck's sake, know what I mean? But aye, so, mate, basically, it's commented, fuck's sake, you're definitely not the looks, fuck's sake, you ugly bastard. But anyway, so obviously, I'm like, to him, you're doing, he's smashing it. Obviously, he's doing a couple of videos and that. But so obviously, the Twitch were smashing it, as I said. But I've also started a wrestling company through the TikTok. Know what I mean? I started my own wrestling company, Community Pro Wrestling.
I seen you saying that, man. So what's the script with that?
So I started. I was like, well, fucking something happened. There used to be wrestling on the Fairfield Club, right? Something happened. I'm not going to get into semantics, right? But the guy that owned it isn't in wrestling anymore, right? You could probably put two and two together and come up with what's the reason, but the guy's not in wrestling anymore. So I get asked basically after the club, because the wrestling done well, the club have came to me and said to us, we want wrestling on the club, do you want to do it? The guy that runs the club is my missus' uncle and all. And I was like, I actually bother, I'll put you onto like Dallas, or I'll put you onto like GPWA, somebody that can do it for you, like that, David, what you talk about. We want you doing it, obviously. I know not a bad way, but the last guy, we couldn't trust it. We didn't. We trusted him, and look what's happened. Know what I mean? So we want you to do it, basically, because you're the only guy that we can trust. We don't know any of these wrestlers. I was like, fair dues, but I might end up getting a bit of backlash. Luckily, I didn't get any backlash in that, and end up doing my show. First ever show, never ran a show before my life, and ended up selling out to 350 people in 3 weeks in advance. Know what I mean? So it's fucking, that's all thanks to TikTok. Know what I mean? There's many people that are acting on TikTok. I don't even watch wrestling, mate, but I want to come and see you. Know what I mean? Like, fucking brilliant, man. So I'm just hoping it moves on to the next show, and the next show, and it wasn't just a one-hit wonder. But the way the tickets are going, I don't think it's going to be. Know what I mean? I think it's going to be a success thing, and hopefully we can start taking it to other places like Penally, Cardonald, Paulo, Castlemalt, Tory Glen. I kind of want it to be a south side of Glasgow thing. Know what I mean? Obviously, if I end up being able to take it.
I mean, I think a lot of people when they think about wrestling, that they've got the image of, you know, with WWE or whatever like that. But I mean, that's why I was trying to genuinely say when because I think Dallas or Renfrew messaged me to say that wanted to use one of our tunes. I think it was Overheard in the West End, one of our tunes for STI, the tag team. Is that right?
Aye.
So they used to come out to that tune. So we went down one night and it was amazing, man. Everyone was getting booed and it was our tune coming out. And it was the street fight one where there was people getting a double decker bus and all that. And I was like, this is fucking magic. And I think another thing about it is like you're talking about the Billy Kirkwood effect of just actual Scottish patter. It's a different thing.
ICW, they're over 18s. I'm trying to know in a bad way, but I got into wrestling because I was a wee boy that loved wrestling. I want to capture that. I want to be. I'm putting on wrestling shows for families, mate. I mean, no, ICW have got their niche. There's not really enough room for more than one over 18s company. I wouldn't say in the Scotland, never mind in Glasgow. Know what I mean? I want to be a family entertainer. I've got my wee boy that fucking loves wrestling. Know what I mean? That's what I'm after, the family aspect. You know what I mean? Plus, I know I want to, because obviously I'm fake, I wouldn't know exactly the most well-off area in the fucking world. I know what it's like to, like, growing up with my wee nana, try to find out stuff today for me and not having the rest of the money to go and take me to places and stuff like that. So I'm wanting to have something on that families can go to. It's cheap and affordable. They can go out for the night, a family or two, and with 2 ways. And that's only, my family ticket's £25. Not even 2 adults, 2 children. An adult ticket's a £10 or a child ticket's £6. I think that's affordable. You've got to WWE show, you're paying £50 for one ticket. If you come to my show, you can get a family ticket for £25 and you can go and get your food and drink and all that. And you probably have money left there, not even for your £50. And also, I know since I was a wee boy, man, I used to buy all the wrestling figures and I used to write down fucking big, mad, elaborate storylines for my wee figures. It's always something I've been interested in, not just the wrestling, like the creative aspect of it and the other side of it. And that's, so getting to do that is amazing. No, I mean, that's because like my first show, I ended up like starting like 3 or 4 storylines already, man. So I'm really enjoying that side of it. And as I said, if it wasn't for TikTok, I don't think this would have been a thing. So
that's amazing, man. fucking...
TikTok's opened up so many doors for me, not
Do you think, is it too... Is it if you're... Do you think it's too late to start now? Do you think everyone's missed the boat if they've not already got a following in TikTok? Cause...
No, mate, no, TikTok, right, think about it, right? See your big social media sites, how long was Facebook about for, what, 10 years before it started getting stale and shite? Instagram, that's been about for, what, nearly 8 years, and that's still going strong. Twitter's starting to get a bit boring after 10 years. TikTok's only been out for 2 years now. See, when me and 50 started getting a following, there wasn't even that many people on it. Now everybody's on TikTok now, I mean, there's mad people that I know that have done fucking 10-year sentences in the jail on their own TikTok now, guys that you'd never have thought would have been on TikTok in your life, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, man. Like, it's open. I think honestly, a year or two, everybody will be on TikTok. It's got to take over. I think it's the best app there is. Not, I know people don't like it and that, but I think also if you're not on TikTok, fucking grow up and get yourself on TikTok, because it's the next big thing. I swear to God, it's already big, but it's going to just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's not just dancing anywhere either. It's all fucking pattern, food and fucking class. I can't say that in case George is watching.
Bams to the slaughter. It's all going down January 28th. It's Fairfield.
Weekend Friday.
In the Govan. Weekend Friday. It's going to be a slaughter and there's going to be heckling. It's going to be a belter. I've put a link in the comments here for anyone who's want to buy a ticket for it. And if you... And things are back. As of Monday, gigs and clubs are back. So, what time are you on till?
Well, we're going to be...
You go, mate.
I was just about to say anyway, we're on for... The doors open at 6:30. The comedy starts at 7 till 10. We've got a wee interval in between. And then for 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, we've got a DJ coming on. So it's a full night, basically. So into the early hours, man. So it's got to be imagined.
Thank fuck restrictions have been lifted, but not because we had that DJ with the time stop.
You've been putting a shift in promoting it, man. It's been a fucking nightmare. The minute of shit we've put to, and it's just been cancelled. And then also we just sort of predicted that probably things wouldn't be back, so we've put on a thing. So if anyone can't be asked leaving the house, we'll be doing a thing live on here that night, and we're back tomorrow night to Bams to the Slaughter. It's going to be Tories to the Slaughter tomorrow. We've got a bunch of folk on to just moan about Boris and his fucking bullshit. In fact, that's a question. Who would you like to slaughter? Who would you like to be on a panel? Who would be your ideal person to slaughter?
I'd say Donald Trump, just because obviously I'm a clout chaser, you know what I mean? Nobody's more famous than Donald. Nobody's more slaughterable and hateable. Nobody's more slaughterable and hateable than Donald Trump is, you know what I mean? So if you've got him up and you're slaughtering him, man, your clout's got to go right up, you know what I mean? I'd go for 50,000 followers to 500,000 followers.
He wouldn't take a bomb up.
Oh no, he'd get it back and all, but Donald Trump would try and get it back. No, he'd be saying stuff back. Okay. You know what? Like, do you want me to give you some money, you little fat bastard? I'll get you a little. You get that hairline fixed. No, I mean, oh, fuck's sake, Donald Trump.
Well, he's all about the ratings. He would talk about his Twitter followers and all that. He would be, well, I've got more Twitter followers.
That's what he'd say to me. No, he's not.
That's the kind of guy we need.
No, he's that. Remember, they get kicked off Twitter.
He's banned, that's right.
I've only got 2,000 followers on Twitter. I've got more than Donald Trump because he's fucking kicked off at this stupid ginger-haired wig bastard.
John Paul's in the house.
It's happening, JP. That's JP that shot out to come to the drum chapel. He must have heard there was going to be a slaughter up there like that. Fuck, I'm kidding on, I've slept in. Well,
he's saying, he's saying, what was it, 5 knows all about STIs, and then he'll batter, he says, John Paul says, shut up, he'll batter you, and then he's slipping tonic saying, I'll get the boy for drum chapel on him.
On what? I own Bams to the slaughter, so we can slaughter fuck it, in fuck's sake.
Fucking what, you good pals with people that are spicy eating grasses, aye mate? Fucking does seem the type because he's for fucking West Lothian, that boy, you know what I mean?
I think he's slopping fucking semen, that cunt. But the guy saying, I know all about STIs, I'm the only guy in history to get an STI test and came back not guilty. So I know a lot.
You were on a reality TV show or something?
The Sex Clinic Series 1 Episode 1 on the All 4 app. It's still available, and I think the cunts are still playing it because I'm funny as fuck. And I've got a wee tadger, so if you want to see...
Sex Clinic, it was actually meant to be called, but they knocked that back. That was the first name they went for.
Because I'm good at offending sex.
Well, I suppose that way. To be fair, man, when she seen that fucking... You circumcised Bobby, man, you would be offended, not I mean?
I know, mate. Your fanny gets offended when it grows, mate. You want to see it, mate. I've had people scream and knowing a kind of a consensual, like, obviously it's consensual, but knowing I'm not getting consent scream. It's like It's a scream of pleasure. It's like pain mixed with pleasure, and that's exactly what Bounce to the Slaughter is going to be. So make sure you get your tickets. £10 a whip. There's the link. There's the link right there. Just as I say, is it fucking honest to God, man, Illuminati up in this bitch. You can either get tickets to me or Ravie, so you get the added benefit of meeting one of us, or you can just buy them on the door. £10 a ticket. So £10 a ticket, 3 hours of comedy, all sorts of booze, DJ on at the end. Payday, restrictions are lifted. Come on, man. It's going to be some night. Don't even kid on it, isn't it?
Even get glassed. Somebody probably will get glassed, in fact, know what I mean?
The fanny will get glassed, man. My fucking glassed dildo, that sounded a bit fucking...
I know, you just can't do right.
That sounded like a scene for Hostel,
You got that big blow-up willy still? Just bring it out along with you, that's all we need.
Oh, I've still got that big blow-up penis, man. We've got a couple of other things. In fact, I wish fucking Mark kept that earwax because I used that for the Ron interview.
Man. Doing good.
I think we can sort something out. Who's got banging earwax here? 40 quid a gram.
Well, I'm fucking all right, man. I've got to dry out the new, but
you're dominant.
Did your heat just feel empty now, Mark? Know what I mean?
What?
Your heat just feel empty now?
Feel empty, aye. I can hear everything.
That's mad, man.
Amazing, man.
Was it free? What?
Was it free?
Oh, is it fuck, man? Is it fuck? It was 55 quid.
What?
But
big man's balling, man.
But I think they've got a
no wax, no fee.
No wax, no fee, man. But it was 55 quid. It was a gram of prop they got out of it. So 55 quid they charged me.
I suppose 55 quid. You'd spend that in a fucking.
You're getting bucked about how much you're paying for your prop. Just saying.
What's
actually a deal? No, I see the grand in it actually. I've been in that shit for about 3 years.
Oh, Davie's Twitch chat and you're just patiently waiting.
Right, aye, okay, Twitch. So we're going to go to, I'm going to Twitch raid. So anyone who's watching this on Twitch, obviously we've only got about something shit with 250 followers, and I don't think there's that many Twitch people tuned in tonight. So, but we're going to raid the channel anyway. He's got about 2,500. So go get your tickets for 28th Bams to the Slaughter next Friday. Get your tickets now because that is going to sell out. So don't fuck about. And we've got Milky's going to be there. John Paul's going to be there.
Milky, you can get a smelly finger now if you just sit on it. Know what I mean?
And GRP says it's up to 26,000. That video now as well. So that's it. So I've got to check out. So what you playing? What you playing in Twitch now? What's happening?
It'll be FIFA. I need to stick it on, man. 2 seconds.
So we're going to go for FIFA. Well, thank you. Well, I've got a wee outro anyway. So there's no. It's all right, man. You've got a couple of minutes for that outro. But thank you very much. 5-0, Ravie, Davie. Thank you very much. Hope Bams goes well, guys. Keep up the party.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
Cheers for having us, mate. It was a buzz.
See you soon, guys.
Adios, amigo.
Everyone who's watching, hit that red button, the subscribe button, and we'll be back tomorrow night to bam up the Tories. And we're back next Tuesday night as well. We've got, we're talking about the wee man. The wee man's brother, David Bratchpiece, and Kirsten Innes have wrote a book about the Archies. So they're going to be on the show next Tuesday talking about that. And Hunter's other shit. Just check the channel and you'll find out. Cheers, guys. Have a good gin. Bye.
Cheers, mama.
Yeah, love respect in the respect to the man like Mark. They love what the man talk on the radio. In case you never know. You call that radio. Call that the radio. You call that radio. Call that the radio. Come and say, in my name, I'll just go with the flow. In my name, I'll just go with the flow. So till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Boom! Lot of mercy. Yo. You call that radio. You call that radio. Come and say don't you be another man, I'll go lose your head. Say don't you be another me say and lose the head. Me say radio. Call that a radio. Straight from outer Glasgow. Straight from outer Glasgow, nice enough on the studio. Come and say in my name, I'll just go with the flow. In my name, I'll just go with the flow. So till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. No radio. You call that the radio. Them man I give you me a lot of subject, and them a think a man you can't object. So don't you ever come and disrespect. I love and respect in a every aspect.